Angry guy here, and a woman divorced her husband and regrets it. A woman divorced her husband and regrets it. Let's go ahead and just jump straight into the video.
Divorce my husband. Why did I divorce my husband? I divorced my husband because I was making a certain amount of money. I divorced my husband because I thought I didn't need him anymore. I divorced my husband because I had this senior position at work and thought I held the same position at home. I divorced my husband because I thought I was better than him because I had my degree now. I divorced my husband because I thought a successful marriage meant I was here and he was down here. That is not success. That's fucking sickness. All the while, my husband done found somebody else building a relationship and building a life with them.
Guys, these are the consequences of the strong, empowered woman. Okay? This is the consequences that women are now facing. This is a woman who is older, and on. It's unfortunate because you see a lot of women who are in this position that she's in, and they're telling you how happy they are and how right they were, and there's somebody, and they're still waiting, and they're gonna find the right person, even though they're in their 60s now. They're still young women, and young women need to hold out until they find the right guy. And sometimes these women are crying as they're saying this because they're trying to believe the things that are coming out of their mouths. And here you have it. This woman is now looking, and she's being real. She is forced to look in the mirror at what she has. Okay? She's straight up. Eventually, you run out of people to blame. And you could either keep on blaming everyone else, and your quality of life will diminish when you don't take accountability and responsibility for the things that happen in your life, and you are continuously blaming others. It will destroy the quality of your life, because you will feel that you have no power over anything. You will feel as though the entire world is out to get you, and that you're a continuous victim of the world. And it's okay when you're a powerful victim, because that's what it is in modern for a lot of modern day women. That's the notion. Okay, powerful victims. I'm a victim, but I'm powerful. But what happens when you feel like a victim, but you're no longer powerful? The world is no longer marching to the beat, jumping on social media, jumping on Twitter. Twitter is not really a place, and it's no longer working for you. Okay? You can raise a storm on Twitter. It does not matter. Okay? You can turn to the government and say, subsidize me. And the best you're gonna get is a check for $800 a month. All right. So now you're living in public housing. If you're lucky enough to get a place in public housing, you're living in public housing. You're now in your 50s or your 60s or even your 70s, and you have to take regular medication to control things like high blood pressure, diabetes. All right. Maybe you have osteoporosis. You're having bone loss of bone density. There's a variety of different things that happen. Maybe you're having hormonal issues and you have to take things to help with that as well. All right. There's a lot of things. And you're living on a check for $800 a month. You have no pension. Okay. You have no pension. You're getting a check for $800 from a month from the government that you're expected to live on for the rest of your life. And again, if you are lucky enough to get into public housing, because it's a lottery, you'll basically live there on very little money. Your quality of life will be very low, very small. Okay? You'll go from being able to buy anything that you wanted to being able to afford next to nothing. Living on a tiny budget, barely being able to afford food, struggling to cover the cost of your medication. Okay, having to make a choice between eating and paying for and covering the cost of your meds. Okay, all those friends of yours, they've long moved on. They've long moved on. You just one day you call them and they just stopped picking up, and they never got back to you. Yeah, that's how strong those friendships are. You can have friends that you knew for decades and they just cut you off like that. That happens to women all the time. Women act like there's this huge bond between other women. There are so many women, and they don't admit it. The friends that they had, that they'll have friends that they were friends with for decades, and those friends will just disappear on them and cut them off just like that, mercilessly. And by the way, guys, if you're enjoying these videos, please subscribe to the channel, turn on notifications to never miss another video again, and like the video because it tells YouTube that you're enjoying the content and you want to see more of it, so YouTube will show you more of it. Guys, this is to just show you how female friendships are. Women can have tons of people, tons of other women that they call friends, and but ultimately say that they have no friends at all, because women very often have few people that they consider actually good friends that they can trust. It's a very intriguing thing about women. They may have all these other women that they hang around with. They go into the ladies' room and they're having fun and they're giggling and talking all kinds of jazz. But those women, they don't view them. They're not real friends. They're not people they can actually rely on. When something goes wrong in their lives, they can't call these women up and say, "Can I sleep on your couch? I don't have a place to live." She'll listen to me. This person will say, literally, "I'll get back to you." They'll immediately go and block her number. They will block her number. Okay? They can have one of these friends that's a top executive making $1 million a year, and she'll say, "I am in terrible condition. Can you help me?" She will cut her off just like that. Just like that. She's known this person for years. She'll cut her off just like that. This person has been to her house. All right. They've gone and seen movies together, and all. This person will cut her off just like that. These are female friendships for you. Female friendships. And women take it. There are a lot of women who take advantage of one another. But they can't. Here's the thing about that. But because they're dealing with other women, they have to just suck it up. If it's men, then of course they tell the world that this man did this and this man did that, because men have to have honor. Men have to have honor because men have agency. So that's why women are constantly saying that they're trying to make men better. And yet they're not trying to make themselves better because no one holds them accountable. Okay? That's until the world itself that's until they reach, like, they get to a certain age and they no longer, and their privilege begins to fade. And as their privilege begins to fade, that is the only time that they may, because many times they still won't, that they may finally have to admit what they did and the choices that they made in life that brought them to the point and the period where they currently are. Like the women in this video, but many never get to that point. I've shown you videos of 60-year-old women in their 60s, who basically said they haven't met the right person yet, but young women like them need to keep their options open and wait for the right person to come along. I've shown you videos of women pushing 40 that say that God told them not to accept any of these men around them, and that he's going to give them the right man, the man that they deserve, that has the value that they want, that they're deserving of. That high value man. God told them not to accept any of these other guys. It's unbelievable. All right? Basically, God told them, "Listen, sis, all right, I have a millionaire on the way for you. He is 6'3", and he is tall, and he is dark, and he is athletic, and he is handsome. And he is loaded, baby. He is loaded, girl. He has money. Yes, he does. He is loaded and he is coming. You just have to wait and you have to believe. Do you believe in Jesus? She's like, I believe, I believe. You believe, I believe, I believe. That man is coming. Don't let anyone lie to you. If someone tells you that you are delusional, that is the devil incarnate. That is the devil trying to deceive you. Because God has this for you. God has this for you, girl. God has this for you. Who has it for you? Who has it for you? God has it for you. Don't you settle, all right? You just wait because he's going to deliver that millionaire to you, that 6'3" man to you, if not taller, with that athletic body and that influence. Girl, you gonna go out there? It's hard right now, girl, but you will look back and you will laugh. Yes, you will. You will laugh. Because you will remember there were people who said that you are delusional, and look who's laughing now. When you are going around and you can walk into any high luxury store and pick up anything you want in there because your man has it like that. And it's not your man, it's Jesus. Because it's Jesus who brought this man to you, and it's Jesus who gave him that money, and it's Jesus why you are here in this position, so you can benefit, so you can live the life that God wants you to live, that Jesus wants you to live. So don't let anybody tell you any nonsense. Don't let anyone fool you, because they are of the devil. Because God has a plan for you. And the devil doesn't want it for you. The devil wants to deceive you. And he wants you to settle. He wants you to settle for less. Because his plan is destruction. But God lights the path. And God is going to guide you. And God is going to bring that man to you. And then you will have that man. And when you want to, you will go into a Louis Vuitton store and you will pick up whatever you want in there. You will spend $10,000 in a single day and not even think about it. You will go to the spa that costs $3,000 a day. When you feel like it, and you will relax and you will enjoy yourself. And when you are hungry, you will order from the best kitchens, from the highest upper class restaurants. You don't have to go there, girl. They will deliver to you because of who you are. Okay? Don't forget that man is just a servant of God. And God is here to serve you. God is here to serve you because he loves you. And he made you so he could serve you. Because you are perfection. You are perfection. He made you in his image. So if God is perfect, so must you. You must be too. That's right. If God is perfect, you must be too, because you were made in his image. So of course he wants you to have the finest in life. Of course he wants you to have the best. This is what these women are thinking, y'all. This is their mindset. And I'm not saying that there are not some women that have some insight, but it's like trying to find a needle in a haystack. Why bother? And men are waking up and realizing it's not worth it. That's why they're walking away from the West. That's why they're going overseas and starting new lives and marrying foreign women, because they're tired. And some guys are not doing any of that. They're basically just dropping out of society, working only as much as they have to, and they just want their peace. And no matter what you say to them, they will never marry, they will never have children, they will never re-engage. A lot of guys are not just avoiding relationships. They're not just going monk, they're going hermit. They don't want to have anything to do with anyone. All right? Human beings, period. They want to avoid stress entirely. They want to disengage from society and people, and they just want their peace. And that's it. They're happy with their video game. They have their video games. And that's it. They have a place to sleep, food to eat, their video games for entertainment, and they don't care. They don't care. And no matter what you say to these men, they will never change. Because to them, they would rather be alone and have their peace than ever risk losing it. They don't want anything to disrupt their peace. All right? And a lot of men have reached that point where they don't need it. They don't need to be intimate anymore. They would rather never be intimate ever again and just have their peace. To have their peace. This is where we're at in society today, guys. This woman divorced her husband and regrets it, and you can see it. Guys, let me know what you think regarding this in the comments, because I want to hear your thoughts on it, all right? Like the video if you like it. Don't forget to subscribe. And if you like the video, share the video. And just remember that all roads lead to MWA, men walking away. And cheers.